The Toronto Maple Leafs have finessed the NHL as they have officially traded Timothy Liljegren to the San Jose Sharks. And in what was an absolutely crazy past few days surrounding Timothy Liljegren, it has finally come to a conclusion as he has officially been traded just about 48 hours before the November 1st deadline. We're going to break it all down, discuss a lot of different things because this trade has a ton of implications going forward. Darius isn't going to be able to be here. We'll have another video covering it either later tonight or tomorrow. So shout out to Darius. He's currently out, so he won't be able to be here. But this is huge, and this is a bit of a rushed video. Literally, the news dropped about 5 minutes ago, so I want to get this out as fast as possible because, again, we keep you up to date with all the latest news. You can see here, we've traded Timothy Liljegren to the San Jose Sharks in exchange for a third-round draft pick in the 2025 draft, San Jose's own sixth-round selection in 2026, and defenseman Matt Benning. Now, if we rewind here a little bit and just think about what we thought the value for Timothy Liljegren was and what we thought he was going to be able to get, what we're going to be able to get for him at the trade, or at the, in a trade, we thought it was either going to be, maybe one late pick, maybe a conditional pick. I did not think, and Darius, I'll have Darius's comments here as well. He texted me some comments, but I did not think they're going to be able to get two picks, one of them being as high as a third rounder, as well as Matt Benning, who, again, we'll dive into Matt Benning and things like that. But let's just start by saying an absolute masterclass by Brad Treliving. And since Brad Treliving has come in, he has made some phenomenal moves. Obviously, his first tenure, the John Klingberg signing, a couple of those weren't, Ryan Reeves, depending on what you value that, weren't phenomenal. But now this offseason, they went out, they got OEL, they got Chris Tanev, they really shored up their blue line, they got Anthony Stolarz. All three of those signings have proven to be absolutely crucial. They also signed and traded for Connor Dewar at the deadline last year. They re-signed him. They signed Yanni Hakanpää this offseason, and now this opens up a spot for him going forward, assuming they don't stick with Connor Timmins every single game. But either way, clearly they preferred Connor Timmins. But now Brad Treliving was able to pull off an absolute heist and was able to grab not one, but two picks and a defenseman who is probably going to be used as depth, but a guy who's played a ton of games over the past few years for the San Jose Sharks and is just someone that is an absolute, Brad Treliving is just, I'm truly surprised. And again, I didn't know. There were a lot of fans out there that thought because of the Liljegren extension, 2 years, $3 million AAV, that's $6 million total, $3 million a year over the next 2 years. When they signed that extension in the offseason, we were live on this stream and we thought a sign and trade was going to happen. And the only reason that the Leafs would make this signing would be in order to flip him down the line or maybe at the time of the signing. But what actually ended up happening was that they signed him knowing that when they were eventually going to trade him, whenever they got the best value for him, of course, which ended up being now, a team who was trading for him wouldn't want to trade for a guy unless he was under control. And he is under control for another 2 years. And for the San Jose Sharks, it was a team that we were discussing. We had an update on it earlier today discussing how a deal was probably going to go down. Red Wings were linked. We had some other videos linking the San Jose Sharks to him. And man, oh man, did they get an absolute steal. The Maple Leafs did, not the San Jose Sharks. If you're a San Jose Sharks fan, it does make sense. You're getting a young defenseman who's an NHL caliber defenseman over the next couple of seasons. And you got him for some picks. But if you're a Leafs fan and you're watching right now, let me know in the comment section down below. Are you happy with this deal? You got two picks and you got Matt Benning. And let's go over Liljegren's career a little bit. So over his career with the Leafs, he played 197 games, 14 goals, 51 assists, a plus 58. Will this haunt the Leafs in years to come, or was this a great cap clear up? So there's a couple things here. For one, they made this trade to clear cap to get whether it's Connor Dewar or Yanni Hakanpää, probably Yanni Hakanpää, up and ready to go. We know reports have come out revealing that Yanni Hakanpää is almost ready to rock. He's ready. He's ramping up. He's playing in practice. He's been skating, and he is ready to return to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, whether he takes Connor Timmins' spot, whether it's a matchup-depending thing, I think it's probably going to be a matchup-dependent situation. It's going to be a fluid, ongoing situation for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Whether or not they keep Connor Timmins in every day, whether they keep Yanni Hakanpää in every day, that's kind of just up in the air. But man, oh man, what a deal. And there's a lot to go over here. And again, Liljegren for Benning, a third and a 2026 sixth-round pick. And if you're unfamiliar with Matt Benning, he played 77 games in 2022 with the San Jose Sharks and put up 24 points. And then 14 games last year, and this year he's kind of been phased out a little bit. And he is going to be a depth option. He's not going to play every day for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I don't know how this is going to work. Maybe they waive him. Maybe they do something like that. But they were able to get a guy back that at least has similar NHL, or has some NHL experience. He's been in the league since 2017 with the Oilers. He's had some good, solid years. He's 30 years old. He's not a prospect now. And again, the Sharks probably just want to open up a roster spot, so they traded Matt Benning to give leeway and room for Timothy Liljegren to come up and play. But man, oh man, I'm fired up about this deal. And again, the more you look at it, the more interesting it becomes. Because leave in the comment section what your thoughts are on this one. I spoke to Darius. Darius loves the deal. He said we knew it was coming, and it was a phenomenal return. And I don't think, again, a lot of fans out there thought that the Leafs were going to have to give up a pick themselves in order to ship off Timothy Liljegren's contract, because some fans viewed it as they overpaid him during the offseason, and it got to the point where they were just being ridiculous with it. And that 6 years, or $6 million, 6 years would be crazy. $6 million over 2 years was too much. No team is going to want to do that. We were adamant on the channel, at least, like, some team is going to take a flyer on a young defenseman who's proven to be NHL caliber. We're at the point now where the Leafs just have so many defensemen that it doesn't really make sense for them to continue to play him, especially when they clearly, and have always clearly, since they've hired Craig Berube, preferred Berube in this system. That's what it comes down to. They prefer Craig Berube. It's as simple, or they prefer Connor Timmins. It's as simple as that. Craig Berube prefers Connor Timmins. And as a result, even though Liljegren was great in Sheldon Keefe's staff and was great during all these things, it ultimately comes down to the fact that they wanted to move on from this player, and they did. We got a defenseman, and we got 2 picks. Now, they can use this 3rd round pick. They can use, again, it's a conditional. We don't know the conditions yet, but they can use a conditional 3rd round pick and the 6th round pick to trade and make other trades going forward. Again, maybe the conditions for this pick won't go through, and if they don't go through, you got a 6th round pick for Timothy Liljegren. Again, we don't know the conditions at this time. Let me know in the comment section down below once they come out what they are. That might change the landscape of the trade a little bit, but at the end of the day, it seems like it'll be good. And according to here, you see it for a 3rd round pick in 2025 draft. So everything should be good starting that. But again, once the conditions come out, a phenomenal trade. They can use that 6th round pick. They can use the 3rd round pick going forward in order to make additional moves. And as you look now at the Leafs lines of today's practice, once again, Liljegren was the odd man out. And Yanni Hakanpää is on the horizon and on the brink of a return, which is very interesting. And now we'll see how he fits in. We know we have Riley OEL. That's a new top pairing. New as of a couple of games ago. McCabe, Tanev, Benoit, Timmins, and then Liljegren, Myers, and Hakanpää. Liljegren is gone. Myers is still on the team. Hakanpää is going to be sliding in and out along with, Connor Timmins. Maybe they give Benoit some rest sometimes. But they have a lot of defensemen now who are able and capable to play. And they also have a couple of picks. And it's going to be interesting to see what subsequent moves they make with Matt Benning going forward. But at the end of the day, they were able to turn Timothy Liljegren, a guy they weren't playing and they extended to what a lot of fans, a lot of people out there said was a ridiculous contract, able to turn him into 2 picks and a depth defenseman in case they ever need it. Now, what they're going to do with Matt Benning, again, is still up in the air. We'll keep you up to date with that. But again, an interesting trade, one I'm super excited about. And leave down below what your thoughts are on this. This was a long time coming, all off season. Once they made the signing, we figured he was going to be on the move. And it seems like he is going to, he's going to have a new chance now, a new opportunity with the San Jose Sharks, a new team, Macklin Celebrini, all these guys, a young core. So I wish all the best to Timothy Liljegren. But the Leafs got an absolute haul. So let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are on this. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys later.